Okay, so now I'm going to unwrap our roast turkey here. As you can see, that the towel I put on it kept it nice and moist. Now we need to brown the skin a little bit, and that'll be about another 10 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly check the temperature to make sure we are there. And you check the temperature, put a thermometer right into the center, and you want it to be reading about 155, 160, and that means it's done. So now all that needs to be done is finish. We're just going to finish with a nice brown roasting of the outside skin, and it'll be ready to go. That'll take about 10 more minutes at about 375. Okay, so now that the turkey breast is nice and brown, we need to make the gravy. And the first thing we need to do is put the turkey breast to rest for about 10 minutes so that the juices don't run out. And what we'll do is we'll move it onto a serving platter. We're going to cover it with the baking towel that we used earlier, and cover it with the aluminum foil again. Now this is all what we're going to use to make our gravy. We'll probably add a little more pomegranate juice to it, and a little bit of butter, and some cornstarch as thickener. Okay, so in a nice saute pan I put all the contents of the roasting pan in, which is the gravy and the vegetables. I'll mash them up a little bit because I want to get some of that flavor out. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a little bit more pomegranate juice, about a good half a cup, and let it boil. I'm also going to add about a tablespoon of butter, and that will give us some nice richness. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of cornstarch as a thickener. I'm going to add some salt, not a lot, I've tasted it so it doesn't need a whole lot of salt, and then I'm going to add some pepper. Then with a whisk, I'm going to slowly whisk this until it gets nice and thick, and then I'll strain the contents, and we'll be ready to go for our turkey breast. You definitely want to, once you strain it, you definitely want to taste it again to make sure that it has enough salt and pepper. I always add salt and pepper mostly at the end of my cooking process as I'm trying to bring flavors up. The pomegranate fruit has some wonderful flavors to it. It pairs nicely with all types of game. The Venetians during the Renaissance brought it back from Persia and started cooking a lot of their foods in pomegranate juice. In fact, the recipe that you're having that I've made is a classic old Venetian game recipe. And pomegranates have a nice amount of tannins to them, and the tannins are very similar to the tannins that are found in red wines. So I believe in like flavors. So this has been cooking down for about good 4 or 5 minutes. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to strain off the vegetables and finish the pomegranate gravy in the saucepan.